Hey guys, Mike Caudill, brand ambassador for Go RVing, and holy smokes, you know what time it is. It's fall, and you know what that means. It's time to bust out your flannels. So we're gonna put our we're gonna get our flannel on, and we're gonna start talking about fall RVing and travel. 38 million Americans are gonna hit the road in their RV this fall. And here in Tennessee, it was 59 degrees when I got up this morning, and the leaves are starting to fall. There's a cool breeze in the air, and that makes us all really happy. It means as a family, we're gonna get out. It's gonna be a little bit cooler in the campsites as we move into fall. There are gonna be less bugs in campsites, which means I'm not gonna be doing that. It's a great time of year to get out in your RV. And during the summer, when kids are off, it's fun. You're going to the beach, it's hot. There's so many fun things and activities to do. But what we love the most about fall is that it takes RVing to a different level. There's more campfires at night, which means more s'mores, which means my kids are gonna eat a lot of sugar and they're gonna be really, really happy. It means the dog gets to sit outside a little bit more frequently. We often forget about our pets, and that's what's great about fall RVing, is that it really allows us to kind of enjoy more of the campsite instead of the activities outside of the campsite. So let's talk about what that means for this upcoming fall season. Here's some fun things to do if you're gonna get out there and you're gonna RV. First off, you're probably gonna stay closer to home. And that's because if you do have kids, they're in school. So you wanna start thinking about that right now and make sure that you've got some locations planned in. Campgrounds like this one that we're at right now, I would say it's probably at 70 or 80% capacity, which means it's gonna be really easy to get in during the weekdays. But if you're a family, you're gonna wanna plan it out for the weekends. So you gotta think about those things. What's great about camping close to home, as I mentioned a minute ago, is that what we're gonna do, and we do this every single year, is we pull into a campground that is close to our house, and then we're able to take our kids to school every day. And there's some amazing activities that you can participate in over the next few months as we think about fall RVing. So first and foremost for me, it's all about Halloween. I love Halloween in a campground. One, it brings everybody closer together and you're in a much more open environment. Two is you get to dress up. Three is you get to decorate your campground. And number four is you get to give candy away. And it makes it fun for kids, especially the younger ones here in a campground like this. The next holiday to think about is actually Thanksgiving. And in the southern part of the country where the temperatures have really they're dropped off, and now we're thinking about full fall and now into winter RVing. Now you're thinking about Thanksgiving, and that's one of the most amazing experiences you can have in a campground. There's also potlucks that happen inside the campground, and there are a variety of other fall festivities. So here's some RV tips for you as we think about transitioning from summer RV travel to now fall RV travel. The number one thing you need to do is consider what is in your RV. So you need to do a full evaluation, because there are things that you're gonna wanna use in the summer, but you're not gonna wanna use in the fall. You're also gonna wanna evaluate all of your necessities with your RV. You're gonna wanna check all of your hoses, all of your lines. You're gonna wanna check those things to make sure that everything is ready to transition into the winter months. So what do I mean by that? Well, first and foremost is your water filter. You wanna make sure that your water filter, if you've used it all spring and all summer, you want to change that out frequently so that you continue to have clear water coming in or clean water coming into your RV. The next thing on top of that is, as we transition into fall, there are a couple other things to take into consideration as well, and that is what's on the inside of your RV. You want to start thinking about layering up. So you're going to want to have flannels for the morning hours or light jackets for the morning hours. And then as you make your way through the day, you can of course take those layers off. But I'm going to replace shorts with sweatpants, or shorts with jeans, or shorts with lighter weight pants. That way that I'm more comfortable. And then that leads me to my shoes, right? We just kind of think that we leave everything in the RV and we don't swap them out from season to season, but that's really important. So I will actually now throw a pair of rain boots inside my RV, and I'll actually throw a pair of hiking boots in my RV, just because they're warmer. And when I'm sitting around that campfire at night, I'm not gonna wear tennis shoes like I did during the summer. I'm probably gonna put some warmer shoes on to keep my feet feeling well, which leads me to socks. When winter comes around and fall comes around with RV travel, I've gone from wearing no socks all summer with flip-flops to now needing to wear something a little bit warmer. It's time to start pulling all that stuff out, gang. Throw the beanies in the RV, throw the gloves in the RV, because what happens in the fall is that weather is trying to figure out what it's doing. Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold? Well, you're going to have cold days and you're going to have cold nights, but you're going to have hot days. And so you kind of want to be able to make sure that you have enough in the RV to switch that stuff out. The kitchen is also an area you want to spend some time kind of evaluating and making sure that you have the things in there that you need. So when you move to fall, you go from iced and cold drinks to warm beverages. So make sure you have enough coffee stocked in there. Make sure you have enough tea. Make sure you have enough for hot cocoa and things that the kids are going to want to enjoy as they sit around that campfire as well. And from a maintenance standpoint, there are a couple things you want to take into consideration as we move from summer into fall. Now think about it. All summer you've been running the air conditioning on your RV, but now as we move into fall, it's time to fire up that furnace. Don't fire up your heater when you're in your campsite. Fire it up at home so that if you have any issues with it, you can address them. Not being in the campsite, you can address them at home. There is nothing worse than pulling into a campground, firing up the heater when it's cold and then it not working. I've done it before. It's not fun. Which leads me to the second part of that equation. As summer starts to wind down and fall starts to wind up, other things that you want to pack in your RV, you want to start thinking about warmer bedding. You want to make sure that you have plenty of blankets and throw blankets. And make sure you check your tires when you're going from longer trips in the summer. You're putting a lot more wear and tear on those tires. So as you start thinking about fall travel, just take an extra minute, do the penny test, make sure that you can see Lincoln's head on that penny so that you know how much tread you have. Also check your propane. You're going to want to fire up your heater, and in order to fire up your heater, you're going to need propane. All right, let's talk food, which is my favorite part of fall because the food changes. You go from hot dogs and hamburgers and all those great Americana things to changing it out for fall, which is the most amazing, right? So you got your Instapot, you got your crock pot. Those are going to be essentials for fall, and they're going to be essentials for winter because it's all about warm food now, right? You're also going to want to start thinking about stocking your RV with soup. And look, I'm just going to be straight up. I love me some Campbell's chicken noodle soup. It's the easiest. I grew up on it, and you eat it. I love it. But with both of those two items I mentioned a minute ago, the Instapot and the crock pot, that means one thing, especially with that crock pot. It means football's coming. Football's coming. And there is no better time to use your RV in the fall than for tailgating. That is absolutely one of our most favorite things to do in the fall, is to use our RV to watch football games. And I think in the South, they don't even say football, they say football. We hope you all enjoyed this video. Of course, sharing some of our favorite fall activities and adventures. It's so much fun to do, and we get to share them with you. Drop some of your favorite pastimes in below, or what your plans are for this upcoming fall.